Captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Talk to him. August 25th, in the damn mix. I done came through just to get the fix, just to make it hit, just to make it stick. Try and make some money, try and make it get rich. Maine. How are y'all doing today in the beautiful world that you live in? Regardless what city, what region, what country, what state, what city, what neighborhood, you can always look forward to betting sports. Beautiful Friday. College football is back. Minada. Minana. That means tomorrow for all you non-Spanish speakers. Today, with my man JCP, as always on every Friday, we bring you the most up-to-date, the most insightful, the best sport and talking news you can find around town. Today, we have 4 more divisions in the NFL to break down. We did 4 last week. Also, as I just said, week 0 in college football is on the countdown clock. Less than, I was about to say 24 hours, but I'd be lying to you. I think we're about 28, 29 hours actually away from the first kickoff over there in Ireland. In Dublin, Ireland. I'm 100% Irish and cannot do an Irish accent. How do you love that? This is Captain by a Hook with the red beard, presented by Stare Down Sports. I'm Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs, going live, baby, the 25th of August. Man, everybody's counting down for sports. I'm counting down till I feel a winter breeze. It's hot as hell down here in the South, but hey, it's still a beautiful day, beautiful world, and it's always beautiful when you can talk sports. My man from the JC Pod, from Stare Down Sports, from wherever you want him to be from, JCP Jaden Chandler Parnell. How you doing today, man? Big dog.
Doing great, man. Got to have you on my show just basically 2 days ago. Found the number I was looking for a first half spread. I'm doing great, man.
No, we had a blast. I went on his show Wednesday night, I believe, and boy, did we talk for 2 hours
Out
about
now.
NFL futures. And it is YouTube, the JC Pod. Just look for his gorgeous face next to my gorgeous face, and you'll figure it out. Last week on my
Yes,
show, we talked about 4 NFL divisions. We talked about the NFC South. We talked about the AFC South. We talked about the AFC East. And we talked about the NFC North. Today, we will cover the other 4. I had it up, and then I went to another screen. Ain't that the other 4 divisions in the NFL before we get to the college football. Most of these divisions are pretty either tough to call, don't really have any action on them, or it's a quick fix on the answer. I'm going to start off with the easiest of the bunch. I think the only one that we actually agree on, the NFC West.
Oh yeah.
I mean, everybody in their mama, and I mean, even my mama told me put some money on San Francisco for her, and she's never bet in her life. San Francisco 49ers minus 165. I believe that's where everybody's going. Rams and Cardinals look dead in the water. Seahawks do have a little bit of life, but I don't know. I will say this about the 49ers. They're probably the most fragile team I've ever seen, and they're supposed to be. It's funny because they're supposed to have this big bad image, like we're the 49ers. We're coming to kill. And then they just be
Man,
limping
that field
around,
kills them.
and crying. Always
Beat
getting
up,
hurt.
boy.
Yeah. But injury is probably the only thing that can stop this team. Where you at with this division? You think Seahawks have a puncher's chance to make a run?
I do actually. I think they have a little bit of a chance because, like I said, I basically think it's going to come down if the Seattle Seahawks and San Francisco 49ers can split. If the Cardinals or Rams are able to steal one game away from either of these teams, and that's what it's going to come down to in the division. like all that being said, though, I still kind of like the 49ers. I probably would, if I had money that I wanted to put on them, I would. Minus 165 is just a little too much juice for a division winner. So if I was going to bet, I probably would take the Seahawks just because of plus money. And I truly think they have a chance. I mean, their offense is going to be really, really good. It's just going to come down to if their defense can be a little bit better, because last year they did have some issues up front stopping the run and I think even rushing the passer damn near. Their defensive line was not the best last year, but they have a lot of young guys who now have another year of experience, and I truly do think they have a chance. But man, those 49ers, man, boy, they're really good. I can't bet against them right now. They're really good. And so Brock Purdy proves to me that he's a terrible quarterback. I'm just going to assume that he's really good at football.
Let me ask you this, because I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. You think the Seahawks have a chance to beat the 49ers this season? Like, even at home, Seahawks at
Yeah,
home, what do you think that
yeah.
number is? You think the 49ers are road favorites by 2.5 or
Uh,
3?
I was just say it's probably about that, yeah. But I mean, I do think the Seahawks have a chance. I mean, division games are hard. Like they truly are the hardest. That's the main thing. Is just because I've watched it just within the Colts division itself. It's just like even no matter how good the Colts have been, the Jaguars games always comes down to the last play or always comes down to the last minute. It feels like no matter how good the Colts teams are, even with Peyton Manning, there's always just that one team in your division that gives you issues. I can't remember if it's the Seahawks for them or not, but with how good their rosters are comparably, I mean the Seahawks can give them definitely issues. I mean last year I think they did get blown out in the playoffs, but I can't remember totally off the top of my head or not. But I think they did play some kind of close games. I'll double check that, but it's one of those things where simply just because they are in the division. I mean, that's why I think there's a fighter's chance just because it's a division game and they see them every single year. And I bet you throughout the offseason they've had at least one segment where they're like, "Hey, we're preparing to at least try to steal one game for them to have a chance."
No, yeah. It just feels to me, I don't know, man. I feel like 49ers run through this division, big dog, bully style. But
Oh, that being said, I still think they probably will too. I'm just trying to find an argument for the Seahawks. I think that I think the 49ers are insane. They're like all of what I've said, I think the 49ers are still like a really, really good football team. That being said, I finally got it up for you. So they lost to the 49ers 27-7 last year before the wild card game. The wild card game is 41-23. And the first game of the season was 21-13. They lost by at least a touchdown in every single game. But
so
that being said, like I said, they got a little bit better this year, but the 49ers might have too. So
let me ask you
there's
this.
a reason the 49ers favorites.
San Francisco is going into Seattle. Both pretty good teams. See, San Francisco's favorite 5.5 on the road.
Oh, I'll take it just because of last year's history. Well, assuming this is the first game of the year, I'll take it if I don't have anything to base it off of. But 5.5 is probably going to be good. I mean, all that being said about the Seahawks, I mean, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. I mean, the names go on and on and on. So
Sounds like a
yeah,
injury list I've seen before.
probably was last year's injury report. Honestly,
Nah, I feel like every name you just named, I've seen injured more than on the field. But let me stop talking about injuries, man. That's one of the most unfortunate parts of the sport, and it sucks to make fun of a guy for being fragile. It's Italian. Moving on to the AFC West, baby. The next division that everybody seems to be rocking with the favorites. You got the Kansas City Chiefs coming off of their second Super Bowl, looking like a dynamic dynasty. We talked about this on your show at length because I'm rocking with
sure.
not the Chiefs, not the Chargers, not the Raiders, but give me my guy Sean Payton, turn Russell Wilson back into a respectable quarterback. Let me get the Chiefs to have a fall off year, some turnover problems, maybe some injury problems. Maybe they just don't have their foot on the gas. I think the Chargers are good, but I think they still haven't figured it out. Give me two proven winners in Sean Payton and Russell Wilson, baby. Denver Broncos plus 650.
Sorry, you just catch me. I was just sleeping on the Broncos. Honestly, I don't know, man. That ain't me. That ain't me. I had a lot of faith in them last year, and boy,
Hey,
not this year. I'll watch from afar this year. I will watch from afar this year. No, honestly, I mean, I'm the only reason I'm taking the Chiefs in this division. I kind of like the Chargers at plus 300 as well. I don't mind the Broncos at plus 600, but the reason I'm going to take the Chiefs, I'm going to keep it very short and simple. They've won it 8 I think 8 years in a row they're going for 9, or either 1-7 going for 8. Just not going to bet against them at that point. Like I said, though, minus 180. This is going to be another division that I'm just not even going to force, really. But, I mean, like I said, that being said, I don't mind the odds play with the Chargers or the Broncos.
Now, also, I mean, it's probably take a lot, but maybe 5-6 weeks into the season, Chiefs maybe end up 2-3, and you can get them at a better number. These are the type of things that I'd be watching for throughout the year, especially when you can get, like, even the 49ers, like, you can get a better number at any time. I would just check every week and try to get a better number. I mean, don't check like a crackhead. You got to know something's got to happen for it to change.
Oh, I hate to say it. Chiefs start off with Detroit, Jacksonville, Chicago, Jets, Minnesota, Denver, their first 6 games. So there's a good chance there.
Aren't all 6 of those teams rumored to be the best team in the league this year? It feels like it, doesn't it?
Bears. Actually, it does. All the Bears fans I've been talking to, oh my God, man. We don't need to get on it, but my God.
They act like Justin Fields himself personally came to their house and promised them that he's going to win an MVP this year.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not going to shout out my boy. I don't want to blast him with the name, but he said, he's like, all right, hear me out. Listen here. Hear me out. I know this is going to sound crazy, but the Bears are going to win 12 games this year. After that, oh boy. Yeah, it was got rough after that. But hey, Bears fans are always overly optimistic. So I give them credit truly because they are always optimistic. They're always happy. But so, I mean, for that, I just, thank you. But you are right. I think the Chiefs, there's a chance that the Chiefs have a little slip spot anywhere you could get a better number, but there's no point taking a minus 180, honestly. It's like,
the Bears.
You're like, I mean,
sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just trying to, like, I guess there is a point to take a minus 180, but like,
it depends, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. That's another thing that's kind of misscrewed in gambling. We was talking earlier about something else, but people think value plays are only plus money plays. If you get a automatic bet at minus 190, there's value there because it's automatic. Yeah. I mean, nothing's automatic, but it's like that term of thinking. Like
there are some that could be, but yeah, this is definitely one. Like if you like the Broncos, the Chargers are gonna be really good as well. I don't know if there's value in minus 180. Do you think there is? And for at least this division?
You think the Chiefs are gonna win, and you think they're gonna start off 5-1, there's definitely value right now in minus 180 because if they start off 5-1, it'll be minus 300 by the time you look up.
That is true.
Minus 400 by the time it's week 10 if they do what they're supposed to do. I just have a weird feeling about the Chiefs this year, man. I think they're gonna struggle. I think they're literally gonna be like 5-5 and have to fight and crawl to get into the playoffs the last 7 weeks of the season. And I don't know why. It's just a gut feeling I can't shake. I took Pepno. I took Tums. Spent a weekend in the restroom. Still got the feeling in my gut, man. About these.
Gotta get White Castle.
About these damn Chiefs. White Castle or Taco Bell, huh? That's the sure fix.
Yeah, that'll clear you out. That'll clear you out. Sure White Castle. Sure White Castle, man. Man, I tell you what. Not to get too disgusting on this podcast. Last time I had White Castle, boy, my stomach was bubbly. I've had to take a break for a minute, man. Because I haven't had it in a while. I had that one night. I woke up the next morning like, oh my.
We don't have White Castle in the South, bro. Man. I had it once in Vegas.
Good.
Yeah. It's even worse on the Vegas Strip, drunk at 2 a.m.
That's when it should be tasting the best.
It tasted good.
All right.
AFC, we're moving on to the AFC North, baby. The north side of the AFC. This is another division where me and my mans are going 2 different directions. This to me,
I don't know. After that preseason game yesterday,
I missed it. I don't really watch
Steelers
preseason.
won 24-0. They look good in the first quarter.
Bro, I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm in love with this Steelers team. I can't. I just can't not be in love with this Steelers team.
Sorry to jump your gun, but I was really excited to watch that yesterday. I watched a little bit of those highlights. Man, that boy Kenny Pickett was slanging it.
Bro, this boy is Joe Burrow Jr. Junior.
He has the hair a little bit longer too. It's like the same hairdo, a little longer.
Bro, Pickett is my guy, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I fell in love with him last season. I watched him put his heart. He didn't have the success last season to really buy over the average.
I blame it on the offense coordinator. Apparently, they didn't have audibles.
No,
that's like a high school level.
That is crazy. All right,
that's actually that came out. That's like That's come out now, and it's to the point where it's like there's not. I don't know for sure if it's even a joke anymore. Like it's come out, and a lot of people are like, "Yeah." Like there's even like one of the beat reporters for the Steelers came out like I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he's like, "Hey, there was a play where Kenny Pickett called an audible at the line, and like he was emphasizing how important that was." It's like, dude, that might have been real last year, and even with all that, he still didn't do terrible, honestly.
Dude,
You add that new equation.
imagine sitting there, you know the route, and you could tell the defense is in the perfect defense to stop you.
Sitting on it.
Yeah, like okay, the out's about to be double teamed. They got 3 linebackers about to drop back. Nobody's blitzing. I don't know what the fuck they're about to do. Hut, and then you just.
Coach, are you sure we got to run it? All right, we got to run it. So, it's like, dude, it's not high school. Even high schools have audibles. Come on, man.
Just call a running play. There's 12 people in the box somehow.
All right, come on, Najee.
But I am in love with this Steelers team, man. Probably too much, Charlie, more than I should be, because I'm a Saints fan. But I've been daydreaming about the Steelers all season. Like I could care a damn about watching Dennis Allen and Derek Carr this year. Give me some Kenny Pickett, some Mike Tomlin, George Pickens, Deontay Johnson. Ooh. Give me some T.J. Watt and Minkah Fitzpatrick making some plays on defense. You know I suck with names. I'm on the Steelers, bro. Much as I can get them. Yesterday, if you watched the show, I gave out about 7 Steelers futures.
That's being generous.
Hey, because I was thinking.
Like 15.
Yeah, no, I'm all over this. Bro, I'm all over the. Either I'm going to have a great season and I'm going to love the Steelers the rest of my life, or I'm going to go back to just being a Saints fan and never talk about the Steelers again. It's either or. There's no in the middle. But I am on the Steelers in this division, plus 450. I do love the Ravens. I do love the Bengals. I got the Bengals going to the Super Bowl. And
wow.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm more leaning on this plus 275 for the Steelers to make the playoffs. That's a wild card team. But I do have a plus 450 for them to win the division in my pocket. I don't know, though. I do think they have a chance to win this division. If I'm not being facetious. I mean, all they got to do is, like you said, if they can split with the Bengals and Ravens and sweep the Browns or whatever, I don't know. I can break down 30 ways how it would happen, but it is the toughest division, man. Bengals, I love them. I love the Ravens, and I like the Browns. I think Deshaun Watson actually going to be top 5 quarterback again this season. I think he's going to get back to the Deshaun Watson we saw in Clemson. I think enough turmoil and time has been gone by to where he's back to getting massages and nobody knows about it. He'll be back to his old self.
Basically. I know, honestly, I think he's with all this time off too, and now he has a full off season to integrate in. I think it's a really good point. But to your point about the division, I mean, I would be a fool if I told you betting any team in this division was bad, because this is the one division I think until last year we're damn near nobody won it ever, like back-to-back years. Like it was basically every year. It's like, all right, here's the crown, here's the crown. They were just trading it back and forth like a hot potato. I mean, my play for this is obviously the Bengals. I have the Bengals going to the Super Bowl right now, plus 1,000. That's my early season lean. So I'm probably going to take them to win the division. But like I said, I could bet anybody in this division and not be mad if they lost or won, because I truly think that you can get value in anybody in this division. I mean, you can get value truly anywhere.
No, and I think this is one of the divisions too, man. I did it with the Big East in college basketball. Like I feel like you could take the Steelers right now at the longest odds after week 1. You can get
the Bengals probably like 270, the Ravens at plus 300. Yeah, I see what you mean.
You can end up getting all these teams by the end of the season at plus 400 at some point in the season.
Probably.
And
if any team wouldn't be, it'd probably be the Bengals because of how good they've been. But even then, like they could go on like a 2-3 game slide, and the Ravens just happen to be a little bit better, and that flips at the end of the season. Like you're exactly right. This is one of those divisions where I think you're going to be able to get value all season. Anybody you like.
Yeah, any week you can look at this division anytime you want some plus money play on the future, and it'll be there. I also think the Bengals start off
crack addict.
I mean, last year they started off 0-2. Joe Burrow's dealing with some injury. I'm not saying they're going to lose the first 2 weeks of the season, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did, and I wouldn't be alarmed if they did either. We watched what they did last season after going 0-2, and everybody thought Joe Burrow just had lightning in the bottle the year before, but he's definitely here to stay and here for real.
Browns Ravens their first 2 games. So we got these three. We got basically three. You'll have 3 division games basically played, or there'll be 3 division records. Sorry, because yeah, Ravens and Browns. Bengals play those their first 2 games. So they could go 0-2. You know how I just said about the Jaguars and Colts. That's the Bengals and Browns. Like for whatever
Yeah.
reason, the Browns in Cleveland. I think it's in Cleveland too. Browns for whatever reason just win in Cleveland against Cincinnati. So
So that's the
you could
thing.
be exactly right. You could be
Imagine
right
grabbing
on
the
it.
Steelers today plus 450, and then after week 2, you can grab the Bengals at plus 450 right there with them because they. I see this division, man. I'm gonna watch this division closely, and I'm gonna end up trying to get great value on every team in this bitch besides the Browns because that's the only team I don't believe in. As much as I,
And even then, and they have a chance too. That's what's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
really it's wide open. You have a lot of fun with this division. Honestly,
man.
a lot of fun.
It's gonna be a blast watching all season. The last division we have to talk about NFC East, baby. I know you're on the Cowgirls. I'm gonna be on.
Whoa, disrespect. Give me them commies, baby.
Hey,
Washington Commanders, Sam Howell. I know, I'm just kidding. You can go ahead. I'll talk about mine in a minute. I do like Sam Howell though.
no, I was about to agree with you. I love Sam Howell. I don't think Washington has a blind shot in hell to win the division, but
Oh, not a chance here.
I do think they're gonna ruin somebody's season at the end of the season. I think they're gonna be that team that wins 3 out of the last 4, and the Cowboys, Giants, or Eagles end up
Yeah.
either out the playoffs or
See who it is.
missing a bye or something. But I'm all over the Giants, man. The New York Football Giants plus 850. The G-men, baby. Don't believe in the Cowboys at all. I think they stink. They haven't upgraded any position. They haven't gotten better at all. They just gonna run it back with the same team because hey, they think they're good, and I don't get it. Could never get it. Would never get it.
Talking about Cowboys.
Yeah, they coming back with Dak. Trash. Yeah, they coming back Tony Pollard. All right. They
He's
coming
gonna
back with
die if they give him 23 carries a game.
exactly. They coming back with the same defense, same coaches, same everything. At some point, you got to look in the mirror and say we need to get better if we want to be better. It ain't no tweeting and talking. They be tweeting and talking like they're the best team in the damn league.
Did you see that Trayvon Diggs thing?
Ain't won nothing. Yeah, Trayvon Diggs, bro. You ain't won nothing.
Oh, I was talking about something different. He got caught in his Twitter likes.
Okay, I thought you was talking about when he said, "Yeah,
No,
nah, I
that
know what
too,
you're
that
talking
too.
about."
There's that
Yeah,
too.
that's for a different show. That's a different show right there. That's
Them Cowboys, baby.
That's
Woo,
that's
what they
the
got
local,
going on.
that's the local morning show in Dallas right now talking about that, trying to get
Oh, man.
some laughs. Nah,
Jeez.
I do remember when he was talking about though, we got the best team in the league. Why not? We got everybody coming back. Like, bro, that's the reason right there. Why not? You need some new faces in that thing. Shake it up. Get a head coach that's
They
gonna talk. Get a quarterback that could
got rid of their center.
like he the problem.
I was talking about Zeke. Remember last play?
Oh my god, dude.
That sums up the Cowboys basically. That last play of the 49ers, like literally the whole time you were talking, all I could think about was that last play for the Cowboys. I think that's going to be the equivalent of what their season is. I'm down on the Cowboys a lot this year. I'm not like saying they're going to be the worst team in the NFL, but I think this is going to be the year. We see Dak gone. We see Mike McCarthy gone. We see Dan Quinn coming in from the defensive coordinator to be the head coach, and it's going to basically be a whole new turn because Jerry Jones can't take it anymore. That's my vision for the Cowboys this season.
I got to see Michael Jordan play. I got to see Kobe Bryant's whole career. I got to see Iverson, Breeze, Manning, Brady.
Oh.
I got to see some of the greats, man. Jeter, Big Papi. But the thing in sports that I am most grateful to be alive and be able to witness was Ezekiel Elliott getting ran to F.
Oh, there's the dunk. There, I was waiting for you to dunk on somebody.
As much as I've enjoyed watching all of the greats in this generation, that one play right there is worth being born in 1991.
I don't think I could have texted you faster after I saw that. It's like, please tell me you saw that,
dude.
Please tell.
I'm on the floor laughing, bro. Like on the floor, knees to the belly, hurting, gasping for air. Never have I ever enjoyed anything more. I enjoyed it, truly. It was the most purest enjoyment I've ever got from an NFL game in my life. And I watched the Saints win their first Super Bowl game in 2002.
Yeah, I was about to say that's literally gonna like. I hate to say it, that's gonna be up there with like the Colts winning the Super Bowl for me. Like that's gonna be one of those things when I look back, I'm gonna be losing my memory from CTE and all the hits from football. I am never gonna forget Ezekiel Elliott getting planted, boy. Man, that was a bad look for the Cowboys.
Every time your grandkids come over,
That being
like,
said,
yeah, Dad, Ezekiel got ran over. Whoever that is,
that the worst part too is that might be the last time we ever see him in a Cowboys uniform, and that's what he's gonna be remembered by.
yeah,
Boy.
he's on the Patriots, huh?
But yeah, speaking of for this division, I don't like the Cowboys at all. If I was going to take anybody, I'd probably take the Eagles a little bit but even then they have the hardest schedule in the NFL, I think. So I'm probably with you. I don't mind the Giants at all. I'm between the Eagles and Giants. I mean, put $20 on each or something like that, and just enjoy your day.
Yeah,
that's what I'd do.
That's the thing about futures, man. It gives you a little some extra to track during the season. Yeah. Like who cares about who cares about the NFC East unless you got some skin on it. I'm not
exactly.
I don't give a damn about Philadelphia.
It makes you care about the team a lot more too, because now you're gonna have rooted interest, and especially those like Philly, New York Giants games. By the way, to mention, what I was gonna tell you before we move on real quick for the Commanders, their last 4 or 5 games, it's Eagles, bye, Rams, 49ers, Cowboys, and then somebody else. So they have some. They're gonna ruin. Oh, here we go. Oh, sorry, Miami. It was Miami, Los Angeles Rams, Jets, San Fran, Dallas, and they played Dallas week 12 and week 18. So they could. I think they're going to ruin somebody's season. I'm not going to call it now, but it would be really funny if the Cowboys missed the playoffs because they lost to the Commies twice.
Oh,
then
my
next year they become the Redskins.
Dude.
Like they're rumoring to.
They need to, bro. I don't know why they ever changed the name. And Guardians need to go back to the damn Indians. They need to get this shit.
I hope they will here soon. I feel like we're starting to this is a different show as well, but I feel like we're starting to kind of turn back on that stuff a little bit. Like there's some stuff it's like, maybe we overreacted a little bit.
I think us as a society, and you don't have to get on it. You can rebuttal if you want, but I think us as a society, we just went a little bit too far that way, and now it's coming back. Because at first we went a little too far that way, and it bounced all the way. It's just dependent on.
That's it's like a slingshot.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, we finally shot forward, and it's like, maybe we should just,
maybe we messed up.
No, there's definitely some stuff that we did get right that we should have fixed. But then there's some other stuff like, we probably could have let that be. That could have been left alone. But yeah, we like you said, we don't got to get into it too much. That's a political show. We're a sports show.
Captain, by a hook with the red beard, presented by Stare Down Sports. I'm Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs. My man, my main man, the insightful, the intelligent JCP. College football, week 0. It's
hey now.
It's in the future, the foreseeable
hey
future.
Now.
It's in the plans for the weekend. It's something. I was trying to think. I was about to say it's something you could plan a meal around, but I don't know. All I'm saying is tomorrow, whatever you're eating, you'll probably be watching college football if you're a guy like us. And speaking of college football, I have 3 Tres Leches bets, a 3-pack of good times for my old school smokers out there. However, I do want to update this real quick. Since we've been on air, Notre Dame, Navy getting bet on. Line moved back to 20 and a hook. Juice to Notre Dame. It's back down, baby. 20 and
I still got a 21.
20 and a half. Yeah, I mean, shop around, man. Try to get the best number. I'll say this about this game. I'm on Navy plus 21 and a half. Yes, I spent a little juice, bought some points. F it. If I can get 3 touchdowns and a hook, I'll take it all day. But don't bet Notre Dame at minus 21 when there are 20 and a halves out there. And don't bet Navy plus 20 when there are 20 and a half, 21 out there. 20 and a hook when there's 21s out there. Whatever side you're on this game, just make sure you just shop around, man. Get you a good number. Triple
down on your point. I would say triple down on your point exactly real quick, just to give you an example. One book, I got Notre Dame minus 20.5, minus 118. Another book, DraftKings, Notre Dame minus 21 at like minus 110. Another book, BetMGM, Notre Dame minus 20.5, minus 110. So just between those three books, minus 118 for 20.5, minus 110 for a 20.5, then a 21.5 is also minus 110. That's just between three books.
Yeah, and people, man, they new betters that think a hook ain't gonna hurt you. That hook will murder you. 9 times out of 10, that hook will be there, waiting for you, in your nightmares.
My fault. I didn't deal with the cat. Cat was trying to get on air.
No, you good.
No, you're exactly right. Exactly right. You couldn't say it any better. That's what the point I was going to bring up, though. Is yeah, look for the good numbers. You can find some good numbers, especially with these football lines.
Especially the other thing too is week 0. Everybody's gonna be betting tomorrow. Even the people that's not gonna bet again until week 5, they gonna get their
They'll find
itch.
something.
They gonna scratch their itch tomorrow that they've been waiting all off season for. This game right here, it kicks off the season in Dublin, Ireland. After me lucky charms. Hey, that sounds like a Mexican doing an Irish accent. It's cool. Cause I'm 100% Irish, baby. Red beard in this thing. Notre Dame.
Oh, that was a charm commercial.
After me lucky charms. After me
Okay,
lucky
not that
charms,
one.
fool.
Should have stuck with the first one. The first one was the best one.
Navy
Got worse from there.
taking on Notre Dame, man. Take it away. What side you on? Why you on it? And how you want to give it to them. It's supposed to be raining. I don't even know why I said that. I was trying to set you up and then it got froze on. It's supposed to be raining. That's the setup line. So there you go. It's supposed to be raining.
It might be raining. No, I like Notre Dame minus 20.5. The only reason this game was close last year was truly because of the fact that Notre Dame had no. If you watch their passing offense last year, boy, tough. No, so I truly think they're gonna have a way better year this year with their passing offense. Sam Hartman's a dude. If for those of you who don't know, transfer from Wake Forest. He was single-handedly the reason Wake Forest was in a lot of the games that they were in. I think he has a chance to be truly special with Notre Dame. Notre Dame has a way better receiving core than they do. Apparently, Notre Dame's interior defensive line is one of the best in the country, is the rumor I've been hearing on some podcasts. So I truly think that Notre Dame should be able to handle Navy minus 20.5. I think it's truly a really good play for the fact that if they can get up early and hold the lead, because Navy might have issues scoring. It's just going to all come down to Notre Dame's pass offense. Notre Dame's pass offense can get, because last year, like I said, the only reason it was close, there was a few plays where they just couldn't explode down the field with the passing offense. If they can get a few here. They should, I don't want to say easily be able to cover, but they truly should be able to easily cover if they can get their passing offense going. It's just going to be, I don't know, it's the first game of the year. The passing offense could take a game or two to get going. That's the only reason I'm a little bit nervous.
True. That's why I love Notre Dame. I love the quarterback, Hartman. My biggest thing about Notre Dame is can they score 31 to 35 points?
Yeah.
Because
that's what we're going to see.
I don't think Navy's going to.
By the way, Notre Dame has the best offensive line in the country. Want to add that in. Notre Dame, one of the best offensive line in the country. Want to add that in too. Sorry.
No, I mean that's one of the biggest points in football. I'm glad you said that. I had no idea.
No, they are. I want to say like the podcast I was listening to yesterday. I don't think they gave a true number on it, but they said it easily top 5, almost top 3 maybe. Like Notre Dame is an offensive line factory, so they got another good unit up front. So between the offensive line and good quarterback, hopefully that can do something magical. But we'll see. Navy minus 20 might be, or plus 20 might be the play. I ain't on it.
I'm on Navy plus 21.5, and this is why. Strictly because it's 21.5. I think Navy can put up 13 points. I think they can get a touchdown on one drive that they just put everything together. Maybe get a turnover, get a field goal. Maybe just get a good return and get a field goal. I think they can somehow put together 13 points. And if they have 13 points, that means Notre Dame has to score 35 or better to cover the 21. And I'm just not sure that a Notre Dame team across the country, away from home, college kids missing their mama. I'm joking. But you might be saying anything to sell their point.
For real.
But I honestly think even if they have a heroic offense this season, I think week 1 against a team that's going to try to run the clock out, and I think it's going to be 2 possessions short. I think they'll get 2 less possessions than they get the rest of the year, just because of the clock management
Yeah.
and the running the ball. And it is supposed to be raining. I just think somehow Notre Dame wins this game 23-13, 28-13, and the plus 21 covers easily. And Notre Dame still blows them out, and it's still a boring ass game to watch, and the whole world still thinks Notre Dame is legit. But I can see that happening. I can see Notre Dame literally being up 20 points this whole game, but not covering.
And then getting backdoored right at the end with like either I could see him getting backdoored with the late field goal at the end.
Easily.
Honestly.
35 is just a lot to me, man. I think they could put up 31. I don't know. And I could be wrong, man. It could be 56-0 by halftime. We all know how sports go. That's just the way I see this game playing out. It's going to get muddied up. It's going to get rainy. It's going to get ugly. Notre Dame's going to have to be clicking on all cylinders. And even if they're clicking on all cylinders, Navy's going to they're going to be 2 possessions short at the end of the day for what they do the rest
20
of the
points is
season.
a lot to give.
It's a
21
lot, man.
points is a lot to give.
It's a lot. It is a lot. And like I said, I don't think Navy is going to win. I don't think they're going to be close. I think it's going to be a blowout, but I just don't think it's going to be over 21. And I definitely don't think it's going to be over 21 and a hook.
Yeah. I don't blame you. Like I said, we both have our good reasons for this side. I mean,
Head to
one of us
head.
are going to be right. That's the best part about betting, baby. One of us are going to be wrong. Or we could both be wrong.
Hey, that is true too. Right plays are right in the middle. Week 0, first game of the year. JCP, Jaden Chandler Parnell, and Rowan Donaghy, the Redbeard, going head to head. 2 different sides. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know if I looked the right way. I hope I did. Oh, I did. Let's go.
You did. I messed it
I was
up.
kidding.
Second game of the day, 4:30. This one is going to be an instant classic. Everybody in their mother's going to be talking about it. I'm lying. It's the Mighty Miners of UTEP, University of Texas. El Paso, baby. The Mighty Miners taking on Jacksonville State, a Conference USA game to kick it off. I think this game is going to be... I think Notre Dame Navy is going to be the worst game anybody's ever watched as far as aesthetics, unless you're a football guy. But I think this game right here is going to be traditional high-flying 28-28 going into the last drive type of game. And I tell you what, I'm on this over as long as it stays under 54. First started looking at it at 50 and a hook. It's all the way up to 53 and a hook, which means I'm not alone on this over, which does give me some kind of reserve. But it also gives me the confidence, like, F it. Whole world's riding. Let's ride together. UTEP, Jacksonville State. I'm on the over 53 in the hook. I think both of these teams get to 27-28. I think the first team to 30 wins it, and I think it gets won on a walk-off field goal, 31-28 or 30-28, something like that, which gives me the over easily. I think it goes over 54 if it does go over whatever number you got. Where you at on this game, or what's the next game you're looking at?
Oh, I'm on this game for sure. I heard this is the game I can remember correctly. It should be. There was the guys I was listening to. There's a chance they said this could get up to 60 on the over. So this guy was like willing and taking this. I don't want to say this should be the right game, but I feel like he was. I'm not going to say it just in case, but I have a very simple play here. Give me Jacksonville State on the money line, and let me give you a few reasons why. Rich Rodriguez, he is 9-0 in season openers with Jacksonville State, I believe. I don't know if it's just Jacksonville State, but he is. There's a stat 9-0 in the openers. Jacksonville State, this is their first move up to the FBS level or whatever it was. They're moving up from a level. So that scares a lot of people like, oh, they aren't going to be ready to compete or whatever. But the level they played at, they were really, really competitive. UTEP, one of the more worst teams in FBS.
The Mighty
So,
Miners.
Jack, like I said, the Mighty Miners might not be so mighty. So the fact that Jacksonville State at home, you can get them at -105 on this book. I need to check a few other books, see if you can get them plus money. But I really, truly like Jacksonville State. This is going to be the first chance to play up against some like FBS action after moving up. Like I said, undefeated. They have a home opening, game opener. This is an opener streak of 9 in a row, I think, with Rich Rod there. I just like these boys. I think they're going to keep it rolling. -105. Give me Rich Rod and the mighty boys at Jacksonville State. The Cougars, I believe they are. Or the Gamecocks. I think the Gamecocks, actually.
Hey, all I know is the Mighty Miners from Glory Road. But I will say this. You just talked me into it. I have Jacksonville State on my book at literally even money. Just added it to the bet slip. Will definitely get something on it by...
Yep, and it was Rich Rod, so I got it right. So, yeah, Jacksonville State. everything I just said is confirmed right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the money line with you right there. After one of us is crying over the Navy Notre Dame game, we can root together. We can root together for
Oh
Jacksonville
yeah.
State. I'm gonna be on the over as well, 53 in the hook, and on Jacksonville State money line. Thanks to my man JCP. What's the next game you're looking at? I only have one more, and it's kind of a square, cheesy bet, and it's a 7 o'clock game. Are there any other games of this weekend you're looking at? Maybe looking at a
Um.
Hawaii Vanderbilt a bet.
Oh yeah. You know, I got two more dirty games to come up with. So first we're gonna go is New Mexico State before we get to the Vanderbilt Hawaii game. New Mexico State, I'm really mad. There was a -6.5 out there for 2 days. Didn't take it in time. Now it's -7, but I still kind of like it. Massachusetts, one of the worst teams in football. Their over under win totals at like 2, heavily juiced. So they're projected to win like 2, 3 games. And another thing, New Mexico State, I forget what their head coach's name is, but there's a lot of disrespect by this number. This is the pick I'm stealing again from Shout Out the Cover 3 podcast. The way they were talking about it is this coach. There's like this number should be -10. The way they were, I can't remember give you the exact explanation, but this number should be -10 because the way Massachusetts is really really bad, and New Mexico State is supposed to be a little bit better with some of the adages they got and some of the add-ons they have. So the fact that it's not -10, it's only -7. Like I said, it was -6.5 when they were giving it out at some books, which is really, really awesome. I would have loved to jump all over it, but -7, I don't mind at all with New Mexico State because while they might not be the best team in football, they're definitely way better than Massachusetts. And by the way, in case you didn't know, Massachusetts, it's not that hot. New Mexico State, it's hotter than a motherfucker out there right
Oh,
now.
I know.
So it's
Las Cruces, baby.
that
on the
heat's
map.
that heat's that heat's going to be a real thing. These Massachusetts boys, like they're in the little north. It's not they aren't going to be able to prepare for the heat as well. So tired legs might become a thing in the fourth as well. So that's I really do like that. And then like we said, we just got to this game. Give me Vanderbilt -17.5. Blew the doors off of Hawaii last time, and Vanderbilt traveled all the way to Hawaii. This time, Hawaii is making the cross country trip, traveling from Hawaii all the way to where Vanderbilt is. I forget the exact state. I think it's Tennessee. I want to say. It sounds right in my head, but I'm not the geography expert. But they got a really long way to travel. Like I said, Vanderbilt absolutely blew the doors off them last time they played. And this Hawaii team's not much better than they are last year. And while Vanderbilt has actually improved a little bit, so -17.5 is going to be all day. And I got a -105. So I am very, very excited about that. I am in love with that. I'm going to be betting that basically as soon as we get off air. And that's basically it for me. And then I have something for the USC game once we get there. Yeah, I like New Mexico State -7, and I love Vanderbilt -17.5. I have a boost on DraftKings. It's 100% boost, and this is probably the game I'm going to use it on. If we're being honest, it's Vanderbilt -17.5.
I'm gonna ride both of those with you, man. I haven't even thought about either one of these games. But when you say New Mexico State, I say let's go Las Cruces, baby. Put them on the map. The 505, I believe. If I'm wrong, don't shoot me. Got some family out there in New Mexico. Got some love out there in New Mexico. Shout out to them boys. New Mexico State, Las Cruces on the map, baby. I'll take them -7 with you. And then Vanderbilt -17 in the hook. You just talked me into it. Hawaii traveling. That's all you had to say to me. Vanderbilt.
That's a long travel, completely different time zones.
I already know. So yeah, I'll take both of those with you. Got my bet.
By the way, sorry to interrupt you. The score from last year was 63-10. For those of you who are curious, and that was in Hawaii after Vanderbilt made the trip. 63-10.
I feel like I
63
remember
to
that
10.
game, and I don't even know why.
I do. I bet on Hawaii that game.
I was about to say.
I remember that
I
game.
feel like everybody bet Hawaii, and Vanderbilt just came in there and broke everybody's hearts. I think that's what I
Slapped their
read.
cheeks, boy. I think that might be right. I know for sure I was on Hawaii that game. I remember being like, "Oh my!" So Vanderbilt might be decent.
Then they weren't. No.
Yeah. Now that Hawaii's traveling, give it to me. 17.5.
Hell yeah, man.
Hopefully they can do it again.
No, I love it. You got Ohio taking on San Diego State. Looks like a fun one to miss. And then at the end of the night, 8 o'clock, you got Florida International taking on my mother's alma mater, the Louisiana Texters. However, only other bet that I have on the night is San Jose State traveling to Southern California from Northern California. USC, University of Southern California. I'm gonna take them minus 30 in the hook. I think this game is going to get out of hand early. I think it's going to end up being Alabama type score, 63 to 7, 63 to 10, 63-14. Who gives a damn? It's going to be over 30 in the hook. I'm going to ride USC minus 30 and a half. Just lay the points with them. The over of 66 is kind of crazy to me, but from what I just said, it's going to go over as well. But I'm just going to be on the spread minus 30 in a hook. That brings my bet slip to 6 bets for tomorrow, which I'm excited about. We can go over them, list both of our bets after you give out what you're thinking on this San Jose State and USC game.
I'm trying to call my shot this game. I got 2 plays in this game. First one, USC minus 18.5 first half spread, minus 110. You can get a minus 16.5 on FanDuel, minus 150. Heavy juice. Heavy juice. But like I said, I might take both of those because minus 16.5 for getting 2 points, only minus 150 versus minus 110. It's honestly not that bad at all. I'm for sure taking the first half for USC. And then this is where I'm calling my shot, baby. Give me San Jose State plus 30.5 full game. Only reason I'm doing this is something that I don't feel the most confident in, but USC's defense last year, oh man, it was kind of bad. So, and like we said, I think they're going to get up early. Like you said, I think it's going to get bad early, and they're going to pull all their starters. The backups are not that good for USC, from what I've been hearing. Like especially the backup, like DBs and everything, they are scary. So, for a chance for an in-state rivalry, San Jose State might be able to backdoor and get something. Might be able to get something dirty towards the end of the game, just because the second stringers are in. And like I said, from what I heard, they are not that good. I would love to be proven wrong. That's the only reason I'm on the 30th half is I am worried that after I take my first half spread and they get up about 20 or 30 in the first half, I'm scared that the second stringers are just going to give up a little bit too much to the San Jose State, who might leave their starters in for a little bit longer.
See, I love it. The first game, we're head-to-head. All the middle games were together. And then the last game of the night, head-to-head again, baby.
The bread and meat, baby. We got the bread game opposite, the meat in the middle. Good.
I love your thoughts on this game. I love how you're looking at it. I agree with it. I don't think anything's wrong with what you said.
But
I don't know, man. That first half, 18 in the hook scares me. I don't know. I'd have to watch. I mean, of course, we got to watch the game to see what's going to happen. But Lincoln Riley, man, USC, I don't know. I can see this being a dogfight the whole game just because they trash. But Caleb,
if it wasn't week 0, I wouldn't bet this game. But
exactly,
being honest,
exactly. That's how I feel about all these games. It's like no way on week 2 am I looking for a Vanderbilt over Hawaii spread or USC. And I will say one thing: they are in-state schools, but I don't think this school has any rivalry. This is
I just think it's just like the in-state, like the fact that they're in-state together, so the state rivalry because they're state schools. That's what I meant by that. I don't think they have an actual rivalry either.
Yeah. Man,
I don't know, man. Like I said, I just like the fact that I think the second, from what I've heard, is the backups for USC are pretty bad, and their defense was already kind of questionable to begin with. So it's like, why not take the flyer on it? I don't want to sweat USC minus 30, basically.
No, it makes a lot of sense. I don't want.
I'll take them in the first half with the starters, and miss that one.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, I love your thinking on the game. I didn't think about it that way at all. I just thought about it. I literally saw these two teams, and I was like, if USC is what USC is supposed to be, this game's going to be 63-7.
Starters, it should be 63-7.
That's probably the squarest, dumbest way I've ever looked at a game, but it's week 0, and that's how I looked at this game.
I mean, it's a really good thought, but, like, honestly, like, truly, I would agree with you. It's just the fact that, like, once I got told that, like, hey, the backups aren't that good, like, this kind of happened last year with some stuff, it's like, oh, boy. It just, I have no idea. I would love for them to be wrong at USC to be something, but I just don't know with this team either. Like you said, Lincoln Riley and USC, man, I don't know.
True that, man. So tomorrow, officially, I'm on Navy plus 21 in the hook. I'm on the over 53.5. UTEP Mighty Miners taking on Jacksonville State. I am also on Jacksonville State's money line because of JCP. Also, give me New Mexico State -7. Las Cruces on the map taking on UMass, also courtesy of JCP. And the last one I'm riding from JCP, Vanderbilt -17 in the hook. He says it's the lock of the year. And then I'm going to be on USC -30.5. I kind of just gave out 3 of your
First
bets, cursing it.
lock of the year. No, it might as well be since I'm putting my boost on it. You might.
Knocking on wood,
That is my
baby.
lock of the week.
It's week 0, man. We don't hope good things are gonna happen. We know good
We
things
know
are
that
gonna
happen.
happen.
Yeah, I didn't even know what you're gonna say.
So yeah, man, it'll be a blast. I know you're on opposite sides. With we just talked about it. You're on San Jose State. I'm on
Actually, yeah, you
USC.
gave.
You're on Notre
Yep.
Dame. I'm
Actually,
on Navy. Uh, but it's gonna be
then I'm
fun.
with you on Jacksonville State on with New Mexico State spread, Vanderbilt spread, and the one I'm going to take USC minus 16.5 or minus 18.5. I can't decide yet fully. I might take both, but I'm just deciding with my odds. Yeah, other than that, we basically damn near have the same bets except for the bread games, where we're literally on just opposite side of numbers.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a blast, man. Hopefully we split those 2 games so nobody goes home crying and we win the other 3. But you never know until you never know. Uh,
And
those games are tomorrow, week 0, baby. Geeked up and ready to roll. Already got the queso dip in the fridge. Joking about the queso dip. But
oh,
tonight, before we get to college football tomorrow, there are some action on the diamond. I don't know if you've looked at any baseball games for tonight that you want to give out.
I got
You got 2?
I got when the number already moved. Yep. Give me the Dodgers, as you say, the Brooklyn Bums,
The
minus one
Brooklyn
and a half, taking on the Red
Bums.
Sox. Red Sox scored 17 runs yesterday. That's the only thing that scares me in this game, but it's the Dodgers. They've been hot. Let me ride them. And then the Mariners, minus one and a half. They are also playing a hot team in the Royals, but they have been hot as well. So I'm just riding 2 hot teams with this. I'm not trying to overthink. I'm going to take 2 hot teams minus one and a half. Hope one of them hits, and if one of them hits, then I'll at least get a little bit extra money on the day and be happy to have some betting money for tomorrow.
Only thing that scares me is Lance Lynn. I watched him give up 5 runs like it was his birthday every game for the White Sox. But I do.
That's the White Sox. This is the Dodgers. It'll be different, right?
Hey,
Right?
hey,
Right?
hey now, hey now. I go one day. I kind of like them damn Braves tonight on the run line on the road in San Francisco. Although this might be the scariest bet of the night, but I'm gonna be on the Braves minus 1 and a hook at plus 115. I'll ride you with the
Strider.
Mariners. Yeah, man, the ostrich legs, sorry son of a hot pickle. Um, going up
Those thighs
against
are.
Logan Webb. Strider, man, I love him and hate him. Like
I feel you.
I'd slap the hell out of him and then buy him a beer and kick it with him. I don't
Like, hey,
know.
my bad.
It's one of those weird,
I feel you.
yeah.
Is it because of the games where, like, I don't know if my personal reason for it is because there's been games where he's done so amazing for me, and then like a weird outing, like a week or two later, he gives up 15. It's like, bro, what are we doing? I thought we were homies.
That's
That's all.
part
That's
of
my
it.
view of it. It's like,
The other part of it is I'm a Mets fan. Fuck them.
oh yeah,
And
that's
I'm
your
from New
ugly
Orleans.
brother.
So, and no
Yeah.
disrespect. I don't mean this from the heart. This is but how do I say the city of Atlanta can kiss my I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. I keep forgetting it. I keep forgetting that you just hate Atlanta.
Yeah,
You
bro.
absolutely hate it.
Saints Falcons dog. Been beefing with them my whole life. But I will say this. Somehow I do like the Braves. Don't know why. And somehow I love Spencer Strider. But it's just like I said, I love him, I hate him. I love the Braves though. I love everybody on the team, Olsen, Acuna. I even love Strider. But I don't know. He was just talking a little too much trash about the Mets last year. Though. Like I said, I just might have to slap him when I see him. But you know what I mean? It's just one of
Boy,
those
Bert.
things, one of those personal things that have nothing to do with nothing. And I shouldn't even be talking about it on air. Cause hey, but like I said, Spencer Strider's a damn beast. I'm a bet on him tonight. Even though Logan Webb and the Giants scare me, they're sneaky good. But they've been cold lately. Give me the Braves on the run line plus 115. I'm gonna ride you on the Mariners run line plus 110, taking on the Royals. And then give me the Reds on the money line plus 135.
Red legs.
The red hot red legs. I also got one more bet on this game. It's a little proper bet. You gotta love it to love it. Give me the first 5 innings. Cincinnati Reds total over 1.5 minus 150. It's juiced, but it's damn near automatic. Brandon Fought gives up 3 runs an inning like he gets paid to do it. Red hot red legs. Give me them to put over 2 runs on the board in the first 5 innings against Brandon Fought. And then I think the Reds are going to get up high and just ride this game out. Reds on the money line plus 135. Definitely rocking that one. And then there was one more I liked. Part of me wants to take the Rangers, man. Get them on the run line plus 165. Great.
I don't know, man. I played that game last night, man. I don't know if you want to play that game with them Rangers, boy. They just keep losing. That's scary.
They do keep losing. But Dane Dunning taking on Sonny
Oh,
Gray.
that boy Dane.
I
Might
think the
get me back
Twins
into it.
and Sonny Gray are two of the most overrated aspects in baseball. And I know the Rangers. They've been struggling. They've been trying to figure it out. But
Astros passed them in the division, by the way.
at some
Like
point,
for the odds.
oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's I just wanted to. I was waiting for you. I was hoping you'd bring up the AL West at one point because yeah, it's Astros plus 130, Rangers plus 145, Mariners plus 260, and then the Angels plus 50,000.
Yeah, Angels.
Pressing.
Angels did, bro.
Pressing, man.
I will
I
say
think
this.
really close.
I usually look at all that shit on Monday. I knew we were talking mostly about football today. I didn't look at nothing in baseball except for today's lines, but I haven't looked at.
Why
it
would you- Were they past them Monday? That's what I wanted to ask you. I feel like this is the first time in a while I've just even seen the Astros in it with a chance.
I mean, yeah, they've been plus money all year. I haven't seen them at minus money. It is crazy to think, but when you look at the standings, I mean, you got the Astros in third place right now, Mariners in second, but both teams somehow one game back from the Rangers. So I think by the end of this weekend, we could have a different leader in the AL West, and which is going to set up for some
Man.
dramatic, some amazing, some beautiful. Think about it, man. We thought it was going to be Houston or Texas all year, and then Seattle just throws their hat into the ring and says, "Let us run too. We can
Man,
run
they did
too."
like last year.
I
It's
know
like last year.
you gotta love it, gotta respect it, but goddamn.
That is crazy, man. Yeah, the Rangers really need this win bad. That's why I just wanted to emphasize, like, it was like they really start. They need these wins now bad because they've just been on a terrible slide. They've let the whole division catch up at this point, except for the Angels.
Even the Oakland A's? Nah, I'm playing. Oakland A's, first team to get eliminated from Major League Baseball, celebrated last night with a win over the White Sox. How do you love that?
Depressing.
Ain't
That's
that
depressing as a White Sox fan.
I'm a goddamn, bruh. You got Bassett taking on the BB, Blue Jays, Guardians. Gonna love that matchup. The one last bet that I have to give out for you guys, give me the damn Metropolitans, man. They're taking on the worst team in baseball in the Angels as of late. Angels just have so much going on. Their mother and their daddy is hurting. And Shohei Ohtani, there's some lost kids running around trying to figure out how to make dinner right now in Los Angeles. So give me the Metropolitans, baby. I'm waiting on the line to come out. Hasn't came out yet because they haven't announced a pitcher. Even the books don't know what to do. They're like, Shohei is hurt. Now we don't know what to do. We don't know how to give out a line if Shohei ain't gonna be there. But yeah, Rangers run line plus 165. Reds money line plus 135. Mariners minus 1.5 plus 110. Braves minus 1.5 plus 115. My gut just told me the Braves losing 10-7. Ain't that some? And in the Metropolitans, if you can catch them, you might have to take a. I ain't gonna lie. Give me the Astros minus 1.5 on the road, taking on the Tigers.
They need to bounce back too.
Give me the Astros, baby. A baby.
And that was funny. You're talking about how you're struggling to find bets, and then all of a sudden today, pulled out the Tommy gun, was able to find all some good ones.
Yeah, it's been a weird.
I like them.
It's been a weird week. Yeah, man. Astros run line, Rangers run line, Reds money line, Mariners, Braves run line.
Rangers run line.
Yeah, I'm going for.
Wow. I say you can like in my book it's plus 1.5, so you can definitely get some juice on that run line.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about the minus 1.5.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I'm just saying like my book doesn't have that. For me, it's minus or plus 172 for minus 1.5. That's some juice, boy.
Yeah, I got plus 165. So
it's 100% concentrated.
Hell yeah, man. Man, I'm geeked up. I'm ready to roll. Anything
It's gonna be a great weekend. The dogs are barking. It's gonna be a great weekend.
hell yeah. Anything you want to add to the people?
I'm all good, man. I appreciate you for having me on again. Sorry, my dogs want to make a guest appearance on the podcast as well. I'm assuming somebody's 15 houses down, so they're just barking at them. It is what it is.
It's all
They
good, man.
appreciate you having me on as well.
The dogs
No,
is
truly, I
barking.
do
That's a
appreciate
good
having me
sign
on.
for Navy, baby. Go, go, go.
Good time. Hey, you know what that means? That means it's a good sign for San Jose, baby.
Arr, arr, arr. But yeah, man,
Got
my
the
man
face in that boy.
JCP, thank you for taking the time out to come educate us, come talk to us, come break down some things. Always love watching your show on YouTube, the JC Pod. You can also follow my man at Twitter, on X, whatever the hell they call it, at Jaden95 Chandler.
That's a text now.
I guess it's X now, and I don't know how I feel about it because I don't like it.
Hi.
It doesn't roll off the tongue. Follow me
When
on
you open up X, it still says twitter.com too. So it's like,
Yeah. And it's
oh,
like,
dirty. Follow me on the X.
yeah,
Oh.
it does feel dirty. Dirty, dirty. But thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the love and thank you for the support. This is Captain By a Hook with the red beard. I'm Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs. Going live is 25th of August. Again, take all wagers at your own risk and please, please gamble responsibly. Dobbs.